Saturday 25th of January. Who remembers my wows? Wow. Well, I've got a big wow today. I'm not going to keep you hanging on to the end. Basically, I'm on, what road am I on? Of course I don't know the actual road. It's off the third road. And it's by Tukkom and that Friendly Society place. Tukkom's there. Which is the big internet, digital, phones, laptops, everything you want. All inside Tukkom. And this is the main entrance into Soi Buakhao, which I don't think I filmed this before. Did a little video in the market up here on the left when I first came, but right, so what's this wow about then? Sometimes you need to see people's eyes, don't you, to see their reaction. Unlike most YouTubers, I'm not going to keep it to the end. Watch to the end for the big reveal. I'm going to tell you at the start. My second year retirement visa was declined and I don't have one. And I'll tell you why. So this is the start of Soi Buakhao. Now what's happened? Why didn't I get my bloody visa? Well, cancelled my flight home February, 4th of February. Didn't get my visa because my passport runs out in 4 months. Yeah, my passport doesn't have 12 months. Great, isn't it? Now, I'm going to give you 3 quick stories about this. One is, I had to get out of there because of the bloody Thai music in the background. So the first one is, my daughter went to Amsterdam Christmas, and I was saying to her, make sure you got 6 months on your passport. And I kind of, in the background of my mind, I knew my passport would need renewing at some point. But the obvious thing I forgot, and yeah, I know everybody's going to have a good old moan at me, and rightfully so, but I'm never going to be organised in my life. If I'm not organised now at 68, I'm not going to be organised at 69, am I? It's not going to change. So I said to my daughter, make sure you got 6 months on your passport, otherwise you won't get to Amsterdam. And I think she said she had 2028, so that was all okay. And I'll tell you 2 other instances of this. One, my daughter was 24 now, she was about 12 or 13. We were going to Portugal with a mate. We booked a villa, mate, his girlfriend and their kid and me and Scarlett. And a couple of days before we were due to travel, don't even know, I mean, you think, how did you book it then? I don't know, must have had the passport numbers or something. Anyway, couldn't find the passports. Both our passports were missing. And I actually had a big house at the time, and I emptied every room into other rooms, totally, literally took pictures off the wall. I just looked absolutely everywhere. I totally ransacked the house, couldn't find them. So my mate flew off to Portugal on his own, and I had to go to London, get emergency passports for both of us. I flew out about 3 days later. So here's one example. Now when I was living in Soho, I was going to Ibiza with a friend, Lorraine, she'll remember. Set off from my flat, walked Piccadilly Circus, got the underground down. Yeah, set off underground all the way to Heathrow and got there, and I only sat on that bloody underground for 3/4 of an hour. It was only towards the end I unzipped my little clutch bag, similar to what I've got now. I looked for my passport and it wasn't there, and it was on the worktop back home. I went all the way back home, got my passport, got all the way back to Heathrow, and I'd literally, plane hadn't taken off, but they wouldn't let me board. But they were pretty good because they rebooked me later in the afternoon to go from London City. So then I had to go back to London and back through far end of London into London City Airport. So this isn't unusual for me to not be organised and not have the right travel documents. So what have I done? It's 2 days on now. I've cancelled my flight home. I actually rang British Airways direct because I looked on their site for another Avios flight. There is not one other Avios flight in business class the whole of the year. And again, you say, well, you don't have to go business class. I don't have to, but I've got air miles, so why wouldn't I? Now you can see from the start I saw Pattaya where the market is. This is the agent I've used, and they've been brilliant. They've helped me out brilliantly. I would thoroughly recommend these guys. Loads of people use them. Welsh Boy Webby recommends them, and they are absolutely superb. She's been great. She's going to photocopy my passport in colour. Every single page of my passport has to be photocopied in colour because yes, I'm going to get a new passport in Bangkok. Maybe Pattaya Klang. I've got to find out what this story is about Pattaya Klang passports, but I don't have my passport back yet. Action Street, look. There's another little, this used to be really busy 13 years ago. This was really busy, now it's pretty derelict. And down there, past there, used to be Sensations Bar, which has moved up here. But honestly, it's dead as a door now. This area is dead as a door now, really. They have a party on every now and again, Sensations, look. And yes, this is a Ladyboy bar. They have a party on. Scott, who was on the BBC, was it BBC television? Scott and Pang. Again, over 10 years ago, 13 years ago, it was featured. And he's still around. Don't think he has anything to do with the bar now. So, let's go back. Yeah, they're going to photocopy all the pages so I can go to Bangkok. What do you think of me, eh? I rang my daughter and she's like, oh, you changed your mind, Dad? Yeah, changed my mind. Always changing my mind. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise because I didn't want to go home that early. February time, I knew it was going to be cold, but my plan was to only spend a few days in England, 4 or 5 days, and then shoot over to Spain. Well, of course, you need 6 months on your passport to get back to Spain, And the other thing is, there's a little bit of a grey area. I'm pretty sure I could travel back to the UK with my 4 months left. Yeah, 4 months left, so it runs out March. Pretty sure they'd let me out of the country and I'd get into the UK, certainly, once I get on the plane. And there was a minor risk to that, very minor probably. The agent said, oh no, they'll definitely let you leave. But if you Google it, a couple of answers say they might cause a problem. And you know what, so there's 2 or 3 things about that. It wasn't worth the risk. I didn't want to go home that early. I booked it because I wanted that business class flight to use my vouchers. And it's all gone wrong. So I'm very happy I'm staying until well, what I've actually found, there isn't any business class flights. There's only one other flight. I asked BA as well, and they said there's one other flight in premium economy, and it's on the 14th or the 15th of April. So, where was I? I've lost my track. I'm really happy I'm not going back. Oh yeah, but so I've booked, the only flight that was available was a premium economy on the 14th or 15th of April, which suits me well. That's a couple of days before. Potentially we've arranged to have a holiday with my daughter and grandson anyway, so that'd be perfect timing. I believe the passport would take around 3 weeks to get. But we'll see. I've got months to go yet and I haven't got the old one back yet. So time will tell on that. We're pretty consistent with the time it's taken to make this video. I'm already at the Pattaya City Hospital. pretty much opposite Pattaya City Hospital is this motorbike shop. They have some very good stuff in here. So yeah, I've kind of totally lost my track now, but I'm going home late. I'm going home April, which suits me. It fits in with my daughter's holiday. It's going to save me more money. That was the other thing. I started actually looking on Airbnb for rentals in Spain. Man, if you stay in Spain a month and you're Airbnb and even at 50 quid a month, yeah, 1,500 quid a month, 50 quid a month is 1,500 quid a month, and you're lucky to find that, and they'll be pretty shitty for that. You've really got to be paying more than that, so you end up paying £2,000 a month. I'm paying £320 a month here. Cheap Charlie's. I might go and have some food in there today, but I'm looking for another place called Time Bar, where I've never ate. So I'll go and find that and eat in there. So yeah, I'd started looking. Luckily I hadn't booked anything on Airbnb because I was waiting for another couple of mates who were also going to meet me out in Spain. And one had said, oh, it's a bit early for me, February is no good for me, April was better. And the really interesting thing he said was, you're not in any great rush to buy something in Spain. While you're here, you're saving money. And yeah, he's dead right. I'm not in any great hurry to buy a place in Spain. And I'm buying the place deliberately to leave empty for some of the months, but just to give me that bolt hole, that home. Again, those who haven't seen me before, I've been travelling for 2 years. I don't have a UK address. I didn't sell that to move to Thailand. I sold it years before I came here. I sold it actually to rent in Soho, London. So I don't have a UK base, and sorry, pothole, Juju. Now that is a nightclub. That's a ladyboy nightclub, pretty much exclusively. All the girls go there after the bar work because they haven't had a find a customer. So yeah, I'm not in any great hurry, and in the meantime, while I'm here, I'm saving money. Not that I really need to save money. So I get my scooter done. King family scooter. Superb company. They did a service on my scooter. Changed the drive belt. Had the drive belt changed. Had a general service. That's not mine, but it's cleaner than mine. Looks like mine, doesn't it? Cost for the service. Sorting out my wing mirror. So I'm down into the nitty gritty now of soy honey. Old number 7. There used to be Fantasy Lounge, that's now an ice cream shop. And if I turn left where the Bronx Pizza is, hello boss. If I turn left where the Bronx Pizza is, Time Bar's down there. Steady Eddie recommended it as a place to eat, so I'm going to go and have a look there. I've not eaten there ever. Down there's the Rock Factory, superb place. And down the very bottom on the left is the ladyboy bar called Cindy's. Very good. Ooh, Genshin, look, got the old tusk. Coyote, Pooks, ex-Pooks. It's closed at the moment. McDonald's. I've had a couple of McDonald's since I've been here, to be fair. Scooter bar. That's supposed to be good for Balang food. Thinking I've gone past the bloody pizza place. So yes, of course I went past it. It's in LK Metro. I think I know where it is now, down right on the bottom there, just a little bit to the right. So I think that's it. I'll check over everything I've said. I'm staying at least until 14th of April, I think it is, 14th or 15th. And I'll be off to Bangkok at some point to get a new passport. Thanks for watching. So the next little clip's a voiceover because my microphone on the magnet had fallen off inside Time Bar. And I didn't notice until after I made the video. Luckily went back in there and found it on the chair. With my bloody man bag, it keeps knocking it off the magnet. I need to sort that out as well because I can't afford to lose it. Coincidence or not, I found Time Bar on Steady Eddie's recommendation, and he was in there with his mate having a meal. He's flying home tomorrow. It's his last day in Pattaya, and he was in really good spirits, very friendly, talkable, lovely guy, and I wish him all the best, and let's get him back out here as soon as we can.